God strictly warns you. You need to stop doing this right now. Otherwise, your life will end. You will cry so much if you skip this message. Child, listen. You must not scroll past this. You must not take this lightly. This is not another moment to waste. There's something you've been allowing in your life. It may look small. It may feel harmless, but it is poisoning your peace, stealing your time, blinding you from what I've placed in front of you. You've been warned before. You felt my tug. You've ignored that still small voice. You've brushed off conviction and called it overthinking. But I am telling you now, this is the final call. You need to stop, not later, not when it gets worse. Right now, your soul is being pulled into the dark, and the longer you wait, the harder it will be to return. I don't say this to shame you. I say it to save you. Do not treat this moment like another ordinary word. This is a rescue. This is your lifeline. My mercy is still open, but it will not always wait. There's a storm coming. If you keep running toward what I've told you to leave, you will be swept into it. And when you look back and see how many signs I gave you, how many times I tried to get your attention, your tears will be bitter. I don't want that for you. That's not your portion. But if you choose rebellion over obedience, the sorrow that follows will be deep. Let me be clear with you. This warning is not about fear. It's about truth. And the truth is that you cannot keep playing with darkness and expect light to follow you. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot cling to sin and expect peace. Some of you are holding on to secret addictions. Others are refusing to forgive, feeding bitterness. Some are walking in pride, refusing to humble themselves, ignoring correction. And some of you are surrounding yourselves with people who are dragging you away from me. It feels innocent now, but it will break you if you don't let it go. If you believe this is for you, comment 11 to declare you're ready to receive. I see the pain you hide. I see the confusion in your thoughts, the heaviness you carry when you try to sleep. I see the tears no one knows about. And I'm not far off. I am right here calling you, pulling you back. Because the road you're on is not the road I laid out for you. I have something better. But it requires surrender. It requires trust. It requires that you stop leaning on your own understanding and start following me fully. Not halfway, not sometimes fully. You are not just another person in the crowd to me. I have chosen you. I have marked you. I have been patient with you because my love never runs out. But my patience is not a reason to keep delaying. You think you have more time, but tomorrow is not promised. What you do today matters. What you choose right now matters. And I'm not just speaking to your mind. I'm speaking to your spirit. You can feel it. You know this is truth. Some of you are entertaining relationships that are tearing you away from me. You keep saying you'll pull them closer to me, but they're pulling you further instead. You're being drained. Your fire is dimming. And I didn't light your fire just for you to let it be smothered by compromise. You're not here to fit in. You're not here to blend with the world. You are here to stand out, to reflect my glory, to walk in purity, in power, in purpose. But you can't do that while clinging to what I'm telling you to drop. Like this video if your heart is stirred and you know this was meant for you. You don't see the whole picture right now. You don't know what I've been protecting you from. That person you keep running back to, I've seen their heart. That decision you're thinking about making, I've seen where it leads. You think it's harmless. You think it's what you want. But I see the destruction beyond the surface. And I love you too much to stay silent. That's why I've placed this message in front of you right now. Not by accident, but by divine appointment. You have prayed for clarity. You have asked me to speak. This is me speaking. This is the answer. Stop ignoring the signs. Stop testing how close you can get to the edge. That next compromise could be the one that cost you everything. One more step in the wrong direction, and you'll be trapped in something much darker than you expected. You don't play with fire and expect not to get burned. You don't flirt with sin and expect your heart to stay pure. I've been calling you to holiness, not perfection, but pursuit. Pursuit of me. The enemy is subtle. He's been whispering lies to keep you comfortable in your disobedience, telling you it's not that serious, that everyone struggles, that you'll deal with it later. But those lies are chains. They look soft, but they are strangling your freedom. I came to break those chains. I came to set captives free, but I can't deliver what you're not willing to let go of. You must release it. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script long buried in government files can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You have a destiny. You have a calling. And every delay in your obedience is a delay in your breakthrough. Some of the things you're begging me for, I already prepared them. They're ready. But your heart isn't, because I won't bless what will destroy you. I won't pour favor into hands that are still clinging to sin. I won't send you into the next season with the same idols from the last one. Let it go now. There are some people reading this who are on the edge of losing everything. Relationships are crumbling. Finances are under pressure. Peace is almost gone. And it's not because I abandoned you. It's because you've stepped out of my covering. I never stopped loving you. But I will not force you to stay in my will. You must choose it. You must want it more than comfort, more than approval, more than control. Comment 22 if you're choosing trust over fear today. You've been surrounded by noise. So many opinions, voices, distractions. And in all that chaos, my voice has been drowned out. But you're not too far gone. You're not too late. The door is still open. My mercy is still waiting, but it won't wait forever. When I shut a door, no man can open it. And when I open a door, no man can shut it. But you must walk through it when I call. And I am calling now. Stop looking back. Stop romanticizing what I rescued you from. Stop entertaining the very thing I died to set you free from. My blood wasn't shed so you could keep playing with sin. My spirit didn't enter your heart just for you to live lukewarm. You are called to more. You are built for more. You are destined for more. But the first step is obedience. Stop doing what I told you to stop and start walking in what I've promised. Every time you ignore my voice, your heart hardens just a little more. And if you keep going, there may come a day when you no longer feel that conviction. That's the scariest place to be. Numb, blind, lost, but unaware. You've been asking me for peace, but peace cannot dwell where sin rules. You want clarity, but I cannot reveal your future while you still refuse to let go of what's killing your present. What you think is pleasure is poison. It's dressed up in comfort, but it's leading you to chains. And those chains get tighter every day you delay. I'm not speaking this in anger. I'm speaking it in love. In deep, urgent, holy love. The kind of love that doesn't watch you fall without shouting from heaven for you to come back. Comment 333 if you choose to walk in faith and not by feelings. There are some of you reading this who feel too ashamed to even come near me again. You've been living in secret. You've done things you swore you never would. You've broken promises to yourself, to others, and to me. And now shame is whispering that you've gone too far. But that's a lie. Shame is not my voice. Conviction leads to freedom, but shame leads to hiding. I'm not asking you to hide. I'm calling you to return. I still want you. Yes, even after all of it, my arms are still open. The cross still covers it. But hear me clearly. I will not bless rebellion. I will not ignore what you're doing just because you want me to. I am holy. I do not change. What grieved me before still grieves me now. My standards have not shifted with culture. My word is not outdated. My commands are not optional. You cannot walk in my power while playing in the enemy's camp. You cannot ask me to bless what I never authored. I love you too much to let you think I'll be silent forever. There are blessings I have stored up for you. Breakthroughs you've been waiting on. Miracles I am ready to release. But I cannot pour them into a divided heart. Your loyalty is being tested. Will you obey even when it costs you? Will you trust me enough to walk away from comfort, from sin, from that toxic relationship, from that secret habit, from that fake identity you've built to fit in with the world I didn't call you to fit in? I called you to be set apart. That's where the power is. That's where the favor flows, in surrender. Some of you are feeling resistance in your life, not because I've left you, but because I'm blocking what's not meant to follow you into the next season. You've been forcing doors I've shut. You've been praying for me to bless what I've clearly removed. But if I allowed it, it would destroy what I'm building in you. You don't see it yet, but I do. And I need you to trust me, even when it feels like loss. Sometimes I take things not to punish, but to protect. You only see the moment. I see the end from the beginning. Comment 555 if you're believing for God's protection over your next steps. The enemy doesn't need to destroy you in one blow. He just wants you distracted, comfortable, numb. He knows if he can keep you living half awake, clinging to the world with one hand while reaching for me with the other, he's already won. But I'm calling you to wake up. You were not born for spiritual survival. You were born for spiritual victory. You were born to tear down strongholds, to carry light into darkness, to walk with authority. But that power flows through purity, not perfection, but a heart that says, God, I want you more than anything else. I will restore what's been broken. I will heal what's been hurting. I will renew your mind and fill you with strength again. But it starts with a yes, a full, trembling, honest yes. I don't need your performance. I don't want your masks. I want your heart. All of it. Even the messy parts, even the doubts, even the tears. Bring them to me. Lay them down. Stop carrying what I died to lift off of you. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words, and wealth starts to follow you, starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This world is loud. Temptation is constant, but my voice cuts through the noise. In this moment right here, this is me reaching for you again. I haven't given up on you. I never will. But I need you to stop pretending. Stop justifying. Stop excusing what you know is killing your fire. That habit, that secret, that compromise, it's not harmless. It's draining your anointing. It's stealing your joy. It's clouding your discernment. And if you don't cut it off, it will cut you off from what I'm trying to bring into your life. I don't need more half-committed believers. I'm raising up warriors. I'm preparing soldiers. The battles coming ahead will require a pure heart, a focused spirit, and a grounded faith. That means this is the time to get serious, to clean house, to remove what's unholy, to stop dancing on the edge and start planting your feet in truth. You can't keep serving 2 kingdoms. You must choose. I am not just a God of warning. I am a God of restoration. I don't just call you out. I call you up into freedom, into purpose, into peace, into strength. But freedom starts with obedience, and obedience starts with letting go. You're not losing when you surrender. You're gaining. You're stepping into the fullness I've always had for you. But it only comes when you stop looking back and start moving forward. What you allow in your life either feeds your spirit or starves it. There is no neutral. Every show, every word, every person, every thought is either drawing you closer or pulling you further. Start paying attention. Start guarding what you let in. The enemy isn't always obvious. Sometimes he shows up in the form of comfort, popularity, distractions. You must stay alert. You must stay rooted. This is not the time to drift. Your identity is not in your past. It's not in your sin. It's not in your failures. It's in me. I created you with intention. I set you apart before you were born. I've written every day of your life in my book. But to live it, you must choose me again and again. Not once every day, in every decision, in every temptation. My spirit is ready to help you. You're not alone in this fight. That restlessness, the way your heart beats faster when conviction rises. It's not guilt for the sake of punishment. It's my spirit crying out inside you because I see where the road ends. I see what's ahead, and I will not stop calling you until you listen. I didn't form you in your mother's womb just to watch you lose yourself in the darkness. I crafted you with eternity in mind. There's still a door open for you. It hasn't closed yet. But don't mistake my patience for permission. Just because the consequences haven't come yet doesn't mean they never will. The delay is my mercy, not my approval. You're standing in a moment that won't last forever. If you wait too long, you might wake up one day and realize you've wandered too far to feel me clearly. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it because it's real. This is your chance to turn around while there's still time. Comment 777 if you're ready to say yes before it's too late. You think you'll deal with it next week. You say you'll fix things once life calms down, but your soul doesn't run on your schedule and eternity won't wait for your convenience. You cannot put off surrender like it's an item on your to-do list. Your soul is crying out for something deeper. That's why the distractions aren't fulfilling you anymore. That's why the people around you can't quiet the loneliness. That's why even after chasing what you thought you wanted, you're still empty. Because I'm the only one who can fill that space. And you've been trying to silence a holy hunger with temporary noise. Some of you are tired not because of the outside world, but because of the war going on inside. You're exhausted from trying to manage what I've called you to surrender. You're worn out because you keep negotiating with sin instead of crucifying it. The reason peace is out of reach is because compromise has taken its place. And I never designed you to live torn between two masters. That's why it hurts so much. That's why it feels like you're always halfway here, halfway gone. You were built for full devotion, not divided affection. I've seen every tear you've cried in secret. I've heard every prayer you whispered when no one else could hear. I haven't turned my back on you. I haven't stopped loving you. But I need you to choose me again, not just in theory and practice, in discipline, in sacrifice, in faith. Because if you truly want the life I have for you, it means walking away from the counterfeit life you've built without me. And yes, it's going to cost you something, but what you'll gain is worth far more than what you'll lose. Some of you have been walking through the motions, singing the songs, showing up, looking the part. But your heart is distant. You know how to sound holy, but your soul feels dry. And you've been afraid to admit it because everyone thinks you're strong. But I'm not fooled by your mask. I don't love the version of you that performs. I love the real you, the broken, trembling, questioning, weary you. I want to restore you from the inside out. But restoration starts with honesty. If you want me to rebuild, you have to first be willing to let what's fake collapse. Comment 999 if you're letting God take down the false things in your life. You've heard sermons, you've read verses, but this isn't about information anymore. It's about transformation. You don't need more knowledge. You need new direction. You've been standing at the same crossroads for too long, asking me for a sign when I already gave you my word. Obedience isn't about waiting for more confirmation. It's about trusting what I already said. Some of you don't need another prophecy. You need to act on the ones you've already received. You're asking for new doors while ignoring the ones I already opened. Go through them. Take the step. Move. When I say move, why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You want me to fight your battles, I will. But I won't fight for what you're not willing to leave behind. If you keep holding hands with what's killing your joy, I can't give you the fullness of what I promised. You want freedom, but freedom only comes when you break the chains, and I've already broken them. Now you have to walk away from them. You're not weak. My spirit is in you. The same power that raised Christ from the dead lives in you. That means you are able. You are strong. You are not a slave to that struggle anymore. I will make a way where there seems to be none. I will part the sea, calm the storm, and bring light into the darkness. But I will not bless disobedience. You must choose. You must trust. You must let go of what I never gave you and reach for what I've always had waiting. I know it's scary. I know it feels like you're stepping into the unknown. But what's unknown to you is already written in my hands. I go before you, I walk beside you, and I cover you from behind. You are not walking alone. Stop underestimating what I can do through your obedience. One yes can shift everything. One moment of surrender can set your entire family on a new path. One act of faith can open doors that have been locked for years, but it starts now. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait until you feel ready. Obedience is not about how strong you are. It's about how willing you are to say, God, even if I'm scared, I'll still trust you. That's where miracles are born. That's where chains break. That's where heaven touches earth. Some of you have been carrying burdens I never asked you to carry, trying to fix things in your own strength, trying to heal without me, trying to figure out life without asking for my direction. And now you're tired? You're overwhelmed. You feel like giving up. But you don't have to carry this alone. Cast your cares on me. Lay them down. I will lift what's crushing you. I will restore what's been stolen. I will strengthen what's been weak. But you must come to me first. You must let me in. Not just to the parts you're proud of, but to every hidden hurting place. You're shaping your eternity. You've been distracted, distant, numb, and yet here I am calling you again. Not because you earned it, but because I love you more than you can understand. You've been saying you'll turn around soon, that you'll fix things later when you're ready. But later is the lie that's kept you bound. Soon is the excuse the enemy uses to delay your freedom. Child, there is no better moment than now. This very second. Not after one more text. Not after one more drink. Not after one more compromise. Now your life is not just slipping out of your hands. It's being warred over. You may not see the battle, but I do. Angels are fighting for you because heaven refuses to lose you without a fight. Comment 1 if you believe heaven is fighting for you right now. I gave you a purpose before you took your first breath. I didn't form you so you could spend your life living in cycles of guilt and silence. I created you for boldness. I filled you with gifts that have yet to be unlocked. There are nations in your voice. There's healing in your hands. There's wisdom in your spirit, but sin has covered it, dulled it, tried to convince you you're nothing more than your mistake. That's a lie. You're not your shame. You're not your trauma. You're not your past, you're mine. And no amount of darkness can change what I've called you. But calling isn't enough without commitment. Destiny doesn't rise from desire alone. You have to choose this path. I can't walk it for you. I can't carry you through the choices you're refusing to make. I've placed my spirit inside you to guide you, to teach you, to correct you. But you've been silencing that voice because it's not always comfortable. You want peace without process. You want power without purity. But you can't skip the steps. You must die to self. You must walk away from what you know is breaking your connection with me. You say you want to feel me again, but your habits block my presence. You keep praying for fire, but you feed yourself with ashes. You keep asking for a fresh move of my spirit, but you won't put down the things that suffocated. You weren't made for half light. You weren't born to blend into the world. I made you to shine, but light can't mix with darkness. There is a choice, and it is urgent. Stop delaying. Stop telling yourself this message isn't for you. It is. Comment 1515 if you're ready to step into what God created you for. You may not realize it now, but you're in a defining moment. Eternity isn't just something waiting for you after death. Eternity starts with the decisions you make now. That attitude you've been holding on to, that pride, that bitterness, that rebellion will destroy you if you don't release it. That secret sin you think no one sees. I see it. And I've been patient. But not because I approve. Because I've been giving you space to turn. Every heartbeat is a second chance. Every breath you take is mercy in motion. But don't abuse that mercy. Don't take grace as a license to stay the same. I don't pour out my love to make you comfortable in sin. I pour it out to lift you out of it. The cross wasn't cheap. My blood was real. My pain was real. And I didn't go through all of that so you could treat my sacrifice like an option. I endured the cross so you could walk free. But freedom takes a fight, and that fight begins with surrender. You've been at war with yourself because you've been trying to please me and the world at the same time. You're tired because double-mindedness is exhausting. You say you want peace, but you keep choosing chaos. You say you want me to move, but you won't move when I speak. How long will you stand at the edge of the river before you finally cross over? The promised land is on the other side of obedience. I didn't bring you this far just for you to settle in the wilderness of delay. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financial freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. There are blessings attached to your obedience that are bigger than just you. Your healing will break chains off your children. Your surrender will shift your entire bloodline. The fire I place in you will set others free. But it begins with one choice, just one. To turn, to listen, to act. Not tomorrow. Now don't miss this moment. Don't let pride or fear or comfort rob you of what I'm offering. This is not just a wake-up call. This is a spiritual rescue. You've let so many voices speak into your life that you've forgotten how mine sounds. But I haven't changed. I still speak. I still lead. I still convict. And right now, I am speaking directly to your spirit. That unease you feel isn't confusion. It's my spirit stirring. It's me waking you up from sleep. The hour is late. The time is now. There is no more room for delay. I know you feel weak. I know you feel overwhelmed. But I haven't called you to do this alone. My strength is made perfect in weakness. My power is poured out in the low places. When you can't take one more step, that's when I carry you. But I can't move if you're clinging to what I've asked you to drop. Let go. Trust me. I will never take from you what I don't intend to replace with something greater. You've been planting seeds of obedience in dry ground, and you haven't seen the harvest yet. But I'm telling you, it's coming. And when it comes, it will be greater than you imagined. But if you turn back now, if you quit now, If you let sin back in the door, I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. You have to be ready. You have to be willing to be stretched, molded, purified. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I'm not just promising a better life. I'm promising a resurrected one. You may be surrounded by darkness, but I have placed my light inside of you. And where my light is, darkness must flee. You are not powerless. You are not forgotten. You are not stuck. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are mine, and I will fight for you, defend you, cover you if you let me. But I won't force myself in. I won't compete with your idols. Tear them down. Remove them. Let me take my rightful place in your heart again. I want your whole heart, not the part that shows up on Sundays, not the version you give when it's easy. I want the real you, the broken you, the angry you, the exhausted, confused, doubting you. Bring it all. I can handle your mess. I can carry your questions, but I won't stand by while you let sin kill what I've been trying to grow. Come back. Come now. You don't have to clean yourself up first. Just come. You've spent too long running, too long pretending everything is fine. You laugh with others but cry alone. You smile in public but question everything in private. You say you're okay, but your soul knows better. I'm not fooled by your mask. And I don't love you less because of what you're hiding. I see all of it. I see what you've done. I see what you regret. And still I am here offering grace again. You can't outrun my love, but you can choose to turn away from it. Please don't. Comment 1717 if you believe grace is still reaching for you. Some of you think I've given up on you because of how quiet it's been. But silence is not absence. I've been waiting for you to slow down long enough to hear me again. The noise of this world has been too loud. The pressure to be everything, fix everything, know everything, it's crushing your spirit. It's not for me. I'm not asking you to prove your worth. I already proved my love on the cross once and for all. I'm not keeping a list of failures. I'm keeping the door open. You just have to walk back through it. You've let the opinions of people carry more weight than my word. You've let rejection shape your identity more than my truth. But child, people didn't create you. I did, and I never make mistakes. I knew every part of your story before it began. Every failure, every fall, every tear. And still I called you. Still I chose you. Still I appointed you to rise, to lead, to heal, to break generational chains. But none of that can happen if you keep returning to what I've already rescued you from. You don't have to stay in the same place forever. You don't have to repeat the same cycle. What others in your bloodline never escaped, I'll help you overcome. What others drowned in, I'll give you the strength to walk through. But you have to want it. I won't force freedom into your life. You must choose it. You must decide that enough is enough. You must stop defending what's damaging you. Stop holding on to the thing that's holding you back. That relationship, that addiction, that fear, that lie. Let it go. I have more for you. Comment Amen if you're ready to break the cycle and walk free. You weren't made to be ruled by fear. You weren't designed to wake up every day dreading what comes next. I am the God of peace. I am the God who speaks to storms and watches them go silent. That storm inside your mind, it listens to me. That fear that grips your chest, it bows at my name. But you have to call on me. I won't force my way in. I'm knocking. Open the door. Let me speak peace over your chaos. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, clear debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've been blaming others, waiting for something outside of you to change. But this shift starts with your heart. This breakthrough starts with your surrender. I know it's hard to admit you need help. I know you've been strong for so long. But strength without surrender only leads to pride. And pride will keep you trapped in pain that could have been healed a long time ago. I don't need your strength. I need your surrender. That's when healing flows. That's when breakthrough begins. I will restore what the enemy tried to steal. I will redeem what you thought was wasted. Time, energy, love, years. I will redeem it all. I am the God who makes all things new. I don't do surface work. I rebuild from the ground up. But to rebuild, I have to tear down what's cracked and crumbling. And that starts with honesty. You cannot heal what you're still pretending doesn't hurt. You cannot change what you refuse to confess. But the moment you bring it to me, I begin the work. I begin to shift things not just around you, but inside you. You're not too dirty. You're not too far gone. You're not too broken. You are loved deeply, personally, eternally. My love doesn't wear out, doesn't fade when you fail, doesn't get tired of waiting. But it does call you higher. It does confront what's holding you back. Love doesn't lie to keep you comfortable. It speaks truth to set you free. And I'm speaking truth now. You know what I'm calling you to let go of. You know what's pulling you away from me. Now it's time to obey. Some of you are waiting for everything to be perfect before you take the first step. But that's not how I work. Faith moves before the waters part. Obedience comes before the miracle. You'll never feel ready. You'll never feel like you have it all together. That's why I don't ask for perfection. I ask for willingness. Just say yes. Say yes when it's scary. Say yes when you don't understand. Say yes when it means walking alone. I'll meet you in the yes. I'll carry you through the unknown. I'm not angry with you. I'm not disappointed in you. I'm reaching for you with tenderness, with fire, with urgency. Because what I have for you is so much greater than what you're clinging to. That sin may offer a moment of comfort, but it won't last. That relationship may feel good for now, but it's not rooted in me. That habit may numb the pain, but it can't heal the wound. Only I can. I am the healer. I am the protector. I am the father you've always needed. You don't need to have all the words. You don't need to pray a perfect prayer. Just open your heart. Speak to me like you would a friend. Be honest, be real. I already know it all. But I want to hear it from you because this is a relationship, not a religion. I'm not interested in your performance. I want your heart. I want your attention. I want to walk with you again like I always planned to. This world is full of false promises. It will offer you fame, pleasure, approval only to leave you emptier than before. But I am the living water. When you drink from me, you will never thirst again. I satisfy the soul. I restore the weary. I speak life into dead places. Let me speak life into you now. Let me breathe into your dry bones. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are right on time for a turnaround. You've let too many lies live rent-free in your mind. Lies that say you'll never change. Lies that say you're too far gone. Lies that say you'll always struggle. But those voices are not mine. My voice speaks life. My voice speaks hope. My voice says, come back. I don't care how far you've drifted. I don't care how messy the story is. I specialize in restoring the broken. I'm the one who leaves the 99 to chase the one. You are that one today, and I'm not walking away without you. Comment 1212 if you know God is chasing after your heart today. Your past may be stained, but your future is still spotless in my hands. You don't need to fix yourself before coming home. You just need to come. I'll do the cleaning. I'll do the healing. All I ask is that you stop running and turn around. Don't let pride keep you trapped. Don't let shame keep you quiet. You were never meant to carry that weight. Lay it down. The longer you wait, the heavier it gets. But I'm here. I'll lift it off your shoulders if you just take one step toward me. Do you remember when you used to feel my presence? When worship moved you to tears, when scripture spoke directly to your heart, when prayer felt like a lifeline? That wasn't just emotion, that was me. And I haven't gone anywhere. I didn't move. I didn't stop loving you. But the noise in your life got louder. You let the wrong things drown out my whisper. But even now, even here, my presence is still near. I never stopped surrounding you. You just stopped listening. You think your story is too dark to be redeemed. But I turned murderers into prophets, fishermen into apostles, broken women into bold witnesses. I took what the world threw away and made it holy. I can do the same with you. I already see the ending of your story, and it's beautiful. But you must choose to hand me the pen. You must stop rewriting the same chapter and let me begin a new one. One marked by truth, by healing, by peace. One that begins with, and they came back. Comment amen if you're ready to give God the pen again. There's been a shift happening inside you, and you know it. The old things don't satisfy the way they used to. The sin you once excused now feels heavy. That's not by accident. That's my spirit working. That's me preparing you for what's next. But before I bring the new, I have to deal with the now. I can't let you carry old patterns into a new promise. I love you too much to let you settle for halfway healed, halfway free. I want you whole. I want you holy, and yes, it's possible. Not by your strength, but by mine. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I know it's hard to walk away from what's familiar, but what's familiar isn't always what's right. Just because it's comfortable doesn't mean it's safe. Some of you have grown used to dysfunction. You've built your identity around your struggle. But I didn't call you to survive. I called you to rise. I called you to break the mold, to stand apart, to live set apart. It will feel lonely at times. It will feel costly. But it's worth it. What I have for you on the other side of surrender is greater than what you're clinging to now. You've been praying for peace, but peace requires purity. You've asked me to show up, but I've been waiting for you to show up too. I'm not hiding from you. I'm right here in the quiet, in the stillness, in the space you keep avoiding. Come to me, not just when you're desperate, not just when you've hit the bottom, but daily, consistently. I want to walk with you through every moment, not just meet you in your worst ones. Let me be your first love again, the one you run to in the morning, the one you lean on when life hits hard, the one who shapes your identity. Stop building your worth on applause. Stop measuring your value by attention. You are not who the world says you are. You are who I say you are. Redeemed, chosen, set apart, deeply loved. You don't have to compete. You don't have to prove. You already have my approval because of what Jesus did. You just have to accept it, receive it, walk in it. There's nothing ahead of you that I can't handle. There's no fear I can't silence. No storm I can't calm. No battle I can't win. But I need you to stop holding me at arm's length, else stop letting pride block your breakthrough. Stop letting guilt delay your return. I already made a way through the cross, through grace, through mercy. The path is clear. You just have to walk it. One step, one decision, one moment of faith, and you're not walking it alone. I go before you. I walk beside you. My angels surround you. I'm not sending you out unarmed. I've equipped you with everything you need. You may feel weak, but I've placed a warrior spirit inside you. You may feel broken, but I've already begun the healing. You may feel alone, but heaven is watching, cheering, fighting for you. All of heaven rejoices when one soul turns back. That's how much you matter to me. I want to break every chain that's been holding you back. Chains of addiction, chains of fear, chains of comparison, chains of shame. I didn't create you to live in bondage. I came to set captives free. But freedom is not just a moment. It's a mindset. It's a way of life. It's waking up every day and choosing truth. Choosing me, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. That's where strength is formed. That's where character is built. That's where transformation begins. So let this be your moment. The one where everything shifts. The one where you say, I'm done playing games. I'm done making excuses. I'm coming back. Let heaven write today down as the day you turned around. I'm not waiting at the finish line. I'm running to meet you. I've been waiting, arms wide, heart open, ready to welcome you home. And when you come, I won't shame you. I won't scold you. I'll celebrate you. Because to me, you're not a failure. You're a miracle in the making. This tug on your heart that's stirring you feel. It's not just emotion. It's the voice of your Father, calling you out of the darkness and into the light. Because the path you've been walking on is slowly killing your spirit. It's not just delaying your blessing, it's destroying your purpose. You've been playing with fire, thinking you can control it, thinking you'll stop before it burns you completely. But the truth is, you're already singed. You've already lost time, lost joy, lost peace. I'm telling you, stop now before it takes more than just your happiness. It could cost your soul. Comment 22 if you're choosing to break free and walk in truth. I know it's hard to admit when you're wrong. I know how much easier it is to blame others, to say it's not the right time to act like everything is under control. But I see beyond the surface. I see what's really going on in your heart. You don't need to pretend with me. I see you. I see the late nights you lie awake, wondering how you ended up here. I see the guilt that creeps in when the world quiets down. I see the way you try to silence conviction by staying busy, by staying distracted. But you can't run from me forever. I've been patient. I've waited because I love you. I've protected you from consequences that could have broken you. I've covered you with grace when you didn't even realize it. But grace isn't permission to continue in sin. It's an invitation to step into freedom, to walk in the identity I gave you, not the one you've created through compromise. I won't force you to change. I won't drag you into purpose, but I will call you over and over until your heart finally says, yes, I have so much more for you. You don't even know the doors I'm ready to open, the blessings I've stored up, the healing I'm prepared to release. But I can't release those things while you're still holding on to what's killing your soul. You're trying to mix old habits with new life. It won't work. Oil and water don't blend. Light and darkness can't share the same space. If you want what's next, you have to let go of what's now. You have to trust me enough to walk away from the things you've used to cope to, numb to hide. Comment amen if you're ready to let go of what's been holding you back. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds, but this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. This isn't just about behavior. It's about the posture of your heart. You've been guarding parts of yourself from me. You've been giving me pieces, not everything. But I'm not a partial God. I don't bless halfway surrender. I move when I see full obedience. That's when chains break. That's when peace floods in. That's when restoration begins. Not when you play it safe, but when you go all in, even if it scares you, even if it costs you friends' comfort control. I see how tired you are, how exhausted your soul is from carrying the weight of decisions you were never meant to handle alone. I never asked you to figure it all out. I just asked you to follow. I just asked you to trust. I never promised the road would be easy, but I did promise I'd walk every step of it with you. I did promise I'd never leave you, never forsake you, never throw your failures in your face. I'm not here to condemn. I'm here to redeem. That's what I do. That's who I am. Stop letting fear make your decisions. Stop letting shame tell you who you are. You are not your sin. You are not your mistake. You are not your addiction. You are mine. I paid for you with blood, not just so you could go to heaven, but so you could live free. Now I want you free, truly free, not just from bad habits, but from the lies that built those habits, from the identity you formed in brokenness, from the cycles that keep repeating in your family, your thoughts, your soul. Some of you are about to lose something if you don't listen. A relationship, a door, an opportunity I gave. I'm not saying this to threaten you. I'm saying this because I love you and I want to spare you from unnecessary pain. But you keep walking back to what I've asked you to walk away from. You keep flirting with disaster, convinced you'll get out just in time. but that's a dangerous game, and it's not one you'll win. I won't stop loving you, but love doesn't remove consequences. And what's ahead could leave you broken in ways you can't fix alone. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can choose differently. You can choose me right here, right now, in this moment. You can say, God, I don't know how to do this, but I trust you. And I'll take that. I'll work with that. I'll meet you right there in your honest surrender. I won't demand more than you have. I just want your yes. That's it. A real humble, trembling yes. That's how restoration starts. That's where grace rushes in. You've been wondering why things feel stuck, why your prayers feel dry, why your heart feels numb. It's because you've been holding on to what I told you to let go of. You want new fruit, but you're still rooted in old soil. Uproot yourself from the places of compromise. Plant yourself in my truth again. Feed your spirit with my word. Surround yourself with people who push you toward me, not away from me. Your environment matters. What you listen to, who you walk with, it all affects the fire I'm trying to reignite inside you. This life is short. Eternity is long, and what you choose now echoes beyond this world. Don't waste your life chasing things that fade. Don't waste your purpose trying to fit in with people who aren't even walking in truth. You were made to shine. You were made to carry my spirit. You were made to move in power, to pray with authority, to speak with boldness. But that kind of life requires purity. It requires focus. It requires obedience. Not perfectly, but consistently. But you must choose. You can't wait for everything around you to change before you make the decision to obey. Your breakthrough isn't waiting on your situation. It's waiting on your surrender. You think things will get better when your circumstances shift. But I'm telling you, the shift starts inside you. When your heart bends, when your spirit submits, when your will finally lays down, then things will begin to move. You're asking for me to change the outcome, but I want to change your direction first. Comment 333 if you feel the shift and you're ready to say yes. You've been looking for clarity, for peace, for a fresh wind, and I'm offering all of that. But you can't receive it while your hands are full of things I told you to release. You've been clinging to safety nets, to habits, to relationships, to patterns that feel familiar, but are feeding your emptiness. You think they're helping you cope, but they're quietly robbing you of your joy. And I won't bless what's killing you. I won't breathe life into what I already told you to bury. You have to trust me enough to let it die so I can resurrect something greater. I've seen the parts of you no one knows about. The thoughts you're too afraid to speak. The feelings you try to suppress. The pain you've hidden for years. I see it all. And I still want you. I still choose you. I still call you mine. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. You are not too broken. If you could see yourself through my eyes, you'd understand why the enemy has fought so hard to distract and destroy you. He fears who you will become if you finally surrender. Some of you have been battling the same sin for years. You hate it, but you can't seem to escape it. You pray for deliverance, but you keep falling. And now shame has convinced you that I've given up on you, but I haven't. Hear me, I haven't. I don't count your worth by your failures. I don't love you less on your worst days. I'm not repelled by your struggle. I'm reaching into it. I'm offering you freedom, not just forgiveness. But it comes with a cost. You must be willing to let me change everything. Not just the obvious sins, the secret ones too. The ones you don't talk about, the ones you excuse. I want all of it. Comment 555 if you're laying it all down at my feet today. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The truth is, some of you have grown comfortable with being lukewarm. You've settled into a version of faith that doesn't cost you anything. You believe, but you don't obey. You sing, but you don't surrender. You say you trust me, but your actions show otherwise. This kind of faith won't carry you through what's coming. It won't stand when the pressure rises. I'm calling you to real commitment, to the kind of obedience that hurts at first, but heals in the end. You can't live on yesterday's fire. You need a fresh flame. And that fire is ignited when you fully yield to me. I want to purify your heart. I want to renew your mind.